Right, and guys, welcome back on this sunny end of May tour. Right, and guys, so yes, just let me sit down. Oh, the outback. So yeah, guys, it's the end of May now. It's been an alright little May, don't get us wrong. It has been quite warm, a little bit cold on the night time. We had a little bit of rain, and I think we had a little bit of frost at the beginning of the month. Can't remember, but everything seems to be doing okay. I have noticed in May that everything just shoots up, like weeds, you name it. You leave your plot for a week, you come back and it's just chaos, absolute chaos. So yeah, so May has been a bit of a dry-ish end of the May kind of style. Yeah, so everything's going okay for me. But yeah, guys, so end of May, like I say, things are starting to look good. One plot 2 at the moment. Things have been planted out, of course, and things are starting to make progress. I am starting to feed stuff, like with tomato plants and wee leeks and stuff like that. And yeah, everything's looking good. Just need to keep on top of the watering because things are drying out dead quick. And also we need to keep on top of the weeds as much as we can. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to the bottom of the garden, and I'm going to work way back up towards the pony tunnel, and we'll just have a little update, just see how things are getting on, because a lot of things have changed. Also, I have got some issues going along in the garden as well, which we'll get to. So let's get this tour on the go. Right, and guys, let's start here. So that scrap metal is going down the bottom over there for the scrap man for starters. But we'll start over here. This is a little section where I put some gladiolus in, and these, looks like that's a double one there. Might have made a little mistake there. But these here are actually show ones. So basically, guys, they grow nice and tall. They've got a lot of flower heads on, and they're a good quality gladioli for the shows. It's a good display in the vase. Obviously this is my first time growing them, so I'm just going with the flow. Got no idea if we times are right or wrong, but we'll see. Everything seems to be looking good, so like I said, I'm just going to go with the flow. Got no idea what these are called apart from gladiolis. I don't know the variety of them, apart from I know I got some orange ones, some red ones I believe, and some purple ones. So yeah, so I'll be really looking forward to see them and how they come out as cut flowers. So I have zoomed the camera out a little bit. As you can see here, I got my sweet corn, and this is the incredible F1. I do apologise about my shadow, but that there is incredible F1. I put them in box sections, like a box section, because they're wind pollinated. They're all quite close together, but however, I did that because this is a giant marrow, and also over there I got a giant marrow as well, so they're going to take up a lot of room, so I'll be happy if I get a cob to 2 cobs on each plant over here. That'd be fantastic. If we come to the giant marrows, these haven't really took off yet. What I mean by that is I'm just waiting for these to just shoot out and just start running along the ground. That hasn't happened just yet. They're getting there slowly, and we'll keep a close eye on them. With these being giant marrows, I need to keep it on the one vine. As soon as the female comes on and I've got a male flower, I've got to pollinate them myself. I will do a video once that happens to show you. Pollinate myself, and I need to stop the plant from growing anymore, and I need to secure that female plant like tied up and stuff like that, so no bees come along and cross pollinate with some other stuff wherever they're being around the garden. So I explain that better once this starts to make some movement, because on these, once they start running along the ground, certain places you bury them into the ground, and that encourages more roots to go down, and the roots will go down, look for more feed, and it makes your marrow massive, basically. So yeah, it's hard to explain at the moment, guys, because nothing's really happening just yet. Once it starts happening, I will let you know and give you an update how I do it with the vine. This is a giant sunflower which I put out. Just put one over there, and one over here. So this marrow here is starting to make a little bit movement now. As you can see here, this is coming out. So once this starts running all the way along the ground, in between each leaf, like this section here with the tendrils and stuff like that, that's a bit you bury in the ground, this section here, because this is where all the roots come from, and it sucks up more nutrients. But it's got to be on one vine, you know. Normally we'll just let it be and it'll just split off in loads of different vines. It's got to be on one vine, and you take the flower heads from them and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, see how it's got two there coming on? I'll let that be for now, but that there is really no good, because it only needs to be one. I hope that makes sense, guys. But like I say, I will keep this updated on how that works. So garlic and onions, well, I don't know about winter. I did weed this about 4 weeks ago and it's starting to come back now. But I have started to pull some of them, and we've got white rot, and also we have got a little bit of looks like the allium flies got in there somehow. So some of the stuff has been affected a little bit with little maggots and stuff. So I need to get in here tomorrow and get all these pulled and see what we got, and give them a bit of a clean off. What I do is I just lie them on the ground anyway, because I need to get these pulled, because I don't want them to be, I don't want to lose them basically. But if I try and show you, I do apologise, the camera's all over the place a little bit. See, I just think a couple of nights here, guys, I pulled in the what? There's a white rot there. See? Bit of white rot there, look. I pulled one the other day and I had a bit of white rot. I think this is it's a bit of an issue over here. See, that's white rot, that just comes straight out. What I do is I just let them dry out a little bit on here. See how that just fell out? Watch. See? See? Watch. There we go. There's another one. See the white rot? I really want to get in there and show you the little allium bug, little maggot. But all I'm going to do, look at the white rot. I just need to pull these and get these pulled. Look at that. Not too bad over this side. So obviously these went over winter. These are Japanese onions, and the garlic went over winter as well. but I need to pull them, guys. So clearly it's an issue going on with the allium fly and also a lot of club root in these couple of beds. Yeah, so what I'm really thinking about doing is maybe just putting some dahlias in there next year and some dahlias over there. This could be a little section where I could put some chrysanthemums and then some dahlias ready for the shows hopefully next year, and just build up your stock, because I'm not messing around like this all the time. You know, if they're not going to grow, they're not going to grow. So it's a bit of a killer, like, I'm a little bit gutted, but all is not lost, because some of the stuff has turned out quite good. You know what I do is, guys, I take a couple of these inside of the ponytail and we're going before we end the video, and I show you, like, that's a beauty. You know, nice little red onion. It has went to seed, like, because I chopped off the flower head. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just this section here, but never mind. Over here, we've got the peas and stuff. These are starting to get flower heads on now, nice and green. Looking really good. I'm really pleased with them. Same over there, we've got a load of peas there as well. These are some like big onions, and hopefully these are going to be all right and not get affected. But we'll see. We'll see how they get on. Got all these spring onions here, which I directly sowed. And then also we've got the beets here, which is the pendle. And then we've got some charge here, which I just thinned out. And then also we've got some pak chor along there. We've come to this section here. So we've got some more big onions here for the shows, hopefully. Seem to be doing okay, but you know, they could get attacked by that annual fly. This garden was empty for a good year or 2, full of wood, just totally neglected. So I'm expecting a lot of bugs, like, it's probably going to take a couple of years just to get it cleared. But yeah, they look seem to be doing okay. Got some nice chunky necks on them. There we onion sets over there, and then one's just over there are my Ailsa Craigs, which are done by seed. We'll come over here. Bear with us 2 seconds. I do apologise about the camera, it's not right. Alright. So guys, so we've got some fennel in here, which is looking really good. Yeah. I'm happy with them. They're starting to like sweat out a little bit. This is the club root resistant Calabrese, because obviously got issues coming on there, and it's just coming away at this side a little bit. But this Calabrese here has been proper hammered by your flea beetle. So all the little holes there, what you're seeing, where it just nipped around the sides there, that's a bit, yeah. Flea beetle. Last year it was the great aphid. Fingers crossed we won't get that this year, but it's been the flea beetle. So I did get these a spray about 2 days ago of some Bravado, but I got the concentrated stuff where it was like milk, and then you add it to water and make a big spray of it, and it's actually worked. It's kept them off a little bit, so they're all starting to recover now, which I'm buzzing about. These are some cauliflowers which had been affected, as you can see around the leaves, but they're starting to recover now. If you just bear with us 2 seconds while I get the netting and back on. So yeah, concentrated Bravado. It's in a little box. Read the instructions on it. I do apologise if the camera's all over the place. It's just we've got loads of white butterflies hovering around at the moment, so I'm trying to avoid them going in there. So yeah, Bravado, the concentrated stuff, absolutely perfect. You water it down yourself. Sometimes I hire a tiny little bit of washing up liquid inside of it just to help it stick, but normally it's all right. Same again inside of here were cabbages and cauliflowers. These did get affected as well, but I managed to give these a good spray and we're doing quite good. I have put cabbages over this side this year because last year they were over there and I had no cabbages. I had loads of cauliflowers and broccoli but no cabbages, so cabbages are going there. We'll come out of this section here. So this is just a little netting cage, you see. So I've just got like a little pole there with these clips on, see. And I've just got like a bamboo cane and run it along, and then run it along that way, like that, and I'll put some netting over the top of it. And it's just tied down there and tied down there so the whole thing folds over. So in here we've got 3 different kinds of lettuce. So we've got some iceberg 2 or something. We've got them Romo Mesco ones, the tall ones. And then I've got no idea what that one is, but that's a little red one. It's got a row there, a row there, a row there. And they've got loads of rows and they're looking really good. I'll try and get yours in. So there we go, guys. That was probably a little bit wild, but it's got the idea. So my vision on this is let these grow and then just come in and hopefully just take the odd leaf off each one now and again and make some little salad bags. So like I'm making like a little mixed salad. So I just come in and I just pinch a leaf off that, a couple of leaves off that, a couple of leaves off that one there, and make a little salad bag. We'll see how we get on, but I'm happy with them. They're looking good. Got some Brussels sprouts over here, guys. Never grew Brussels sprouts before. Well, I tried last year, but never gotten on. I'm not great. I eat them, but I'm not a great fan on them. So I tend to not bother with them. But I thought I'd give them a shot. They're all well behind, and I doubt I'll probably get any this year. We'll see. It'd be nice if I did. But this little system here is just for the wood pigeons. So when the wood pigeons come flying down and they're standing there, they can't get past that. And then this here is a tape or videotape. It makes a noise with the wind, and also the reflection glazes the eyes a little bit. That's what I've been taught of the old timers, and to be honest with you, they haven't been touched, they've been left alone. So more onions. What I did by seed. These are my giant cabbage, and they are getting massive, really big, guys. I'll try and get you in so you let us have a little look. I hope you managed to see there. Okay, these are some croissants, and this is the Alison piece, and hopefully these will be for the show. So I nip the top bud out. So I nip the top bud out, and want 3 shoots on. So 1, 2, 3, and over there come up here, and I get 3 flower heads. Same as with this one here. 1, 2, 3, and this one here is a Christopher Lawson. So this is going to be a nice red one, and that one there is going to be a yellow one. I got some first early potatoes in here. Sorry, second early potatoes. I put them in quite late, but they'll be alright. The potatoes are potato to me. I'm not really bothered. don't count the dates. You know, grow potato in 100 days, doesn't bother me. Got some onion sets here, which are coming through. They were just spares. And a little canny. Oh yeah. Wildlife section is looking fantastic. Starting to get some buds coming on. The rose, the lupin, look at the lupin, absolutely beautiful. Lupin's coming on lush. These foxgloves, so these look like they're going to be a nice white foxglove. So I sold these by seed, and I done that round about autumn time. And I brought them in as little plants inside of the pony tunnel, and then once they start warming up, I brought them out. And there we go, got some nice flowers coming on them, got loads of them. These are some oxide daisies, which are just starting to bud up now, and they're going to start showing themselves very soon. So we've got a nice little display of oxide daisies there. And then over here we have got some more foxgloves, and I think these ones look like the purple. I could be wrong, We've got more chrysanthemums down here. We've got zinnias in there. We have got bulbs, lilies. We've got loads of different stuff. We've got the oxide daisies down there. Sorry, we've got the messy bryanthemums down there. Got loads of stuff. I've just been filling it. We've got all the tadpoles down there just swimming around, looking good. This little section here was a waste of space, so I just quickly turned it over. It's dead gravelly, free draining, and these are some spare plants. What I just decided to just put in to see if anything happened, because it's just a waste of space. So use it up. So I've got some fennel in there. I'll put some swedes, and then along here I'll put some broccoli. So hi guys, pretty full. Loads of stuff I've got going on. I got some dahlias up there and all. So I'll just show you these dahlias. I forgot about them. So I got 4 different variety of dahlia here. I have stopped them. So as you can see there, there's just starting to get some side shoots on. And that should give us more flowers. That's probably a better one there. See the side shoots. So these are for, I doubt I'll get these ready for the show this year, but we'll see, it'll be nice. But these are big decorated ones. So we've got Jupiter there, deck, Cowler Jupiter. We've got a Hobshire Champion, and also we've got some Jubilee Boy. So they're all different colours, like pinks and stuff like that, and red. So it'll be interesting to see. So everything up there is looking alright, not too bad, just plodding on, just planting stuff out and just weeding and watering and battling against the bugs. So I'll spin the camera around now and I'll give you a little update inside of the pony tunnel. Right, and guys, so that's a cucumber. Just waiting yet again for it to take off. These are my African marigolds, doing good. They're starting to get the heads on now. So these are what I saved the seed from, and yeah, they're looking good. These are my Tigerella. So look nice and green, nice and healthy, nice thick stems, as you can see. They had the first little tie up, and also we're starting to get the first thrush of flowers coming on, and there's another one, sorry. So there we go. So I'm just going through these and just nipping out the side shoots in between each of your leaf. So there's one there, for example, you see that there? So I'm just pinching them out be careful if you don't know what you're doing, that you don't go too high, because you might end up taking the growing point out by accident. It's happened to me before. So they're looking really good, looking nice and green. They're getting fed once a week. And then at the back there we've got the Rosella, which are looking really good. So they're starting to make progress, they're starting to grow, they're looking nice and green. I had the first tie up, so not long now, and then I'll be coming to the bottom leaf. See how that's lying on the floor? It's no good to me, it's no good to the plant. The plant's done with them leaves. There we go, there we go. And I keep it nice and clean at the top. Also, I'll show you a little example what I do as well. Don't know if these secateurs are not about there. Yes, there are. So, you know, on tomato plants, they're quite long. See the length on that? It's quite long. So what I do is I go little leaf, big leaf, little leaf, big leaf, nip. And there we go. So I shortened it. It doesn't do no harm to the plant, and it's still getting all the energy, all the light, what it needs. So this one here, see how it's a bit like aloe? Hard with one hand. But there we go. I nip it off. And there we go. And that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that's what I do. So eventually, as the plants grow taller, I will start going through these, and I do that. And what that does is it helps keep the bottom bit nice and clean. It lets the air flow in, because these leaves can grow massive and all sag down, and none of the light can get into the fruit, and they start to sweat, and that's when you start to get all the blight and all that sort of stuff. So as the plant grows, take the bottom leaves away, top our leaves, chop in half, as I just showed you there. You know, even go there. Yeah, perfect. And it lets all the light in, stops them from sweating. But we'll start going through all that. I do a little video on how I do that as these start growing throughout the season. So yeah, these are the bell peppers. As you can see there, they've been topped. What I mean by that is I took the growing point out, and we're just starting to get little flowers coming on now. These ones over here are some chilies, and also some foot long chilies as well. I haven't nipped the tops out of them just yet, just gonna let them be. Down here I've got some big onions, heavy onions, hopefully. These are in pots, 15 litre pot. This is the Peter Glazebrook. It's in a 15 litre pot. I've just measured this before, and this is sitting round about 9.5 to 10 inches. Same as with this one. So they're doing quite good. Just got to keep an eye on them. But they're doing all right. So I'm really pleased with them. They're a nice size onion. I just got another 9 weeks ago, before the shows basically, guys. So hopefully they're hanging there. So I am feeding these. I have given these a little bit of a feed. I do that probably about once a week. And I'm being really, really careful with the water situation with these. Very careful. Because I don't like it, because it just end up starting rotting around here. So I'm filling these trays up. I only feed once a week on the top. As you can see, it's bone dry. I water from the bottom. Feed on the top once a week. That is it. Because they start rotting. Leeks. Seem to be doing okay. So we've got the coming over here, which are just starting to burst a little bit, but that's absolutely fine because they're just having the jackets on. I am struggling with fripp, and also I have noticed I've got a little bit of rust coming onto them, but I use a tiny bit of Vaseline just to put over the rust a little bit, and that stops it from getting airborne, because rust is airborne. But you just got to be careful. But they are splitting a little bit, but these are sitting at the moment 10 to 11 inches. and these are your Cumbrian. These ones are obviously a little bit smaller because these were more later. These are probably behind a little bit, about a month. But what I'm doing at the moment, guys, is I'm just flooding them. I'm flooding them with water, and hopefully that just picks them up. They will burst, but hopefully they just swell out more. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, guys, so I've got to go easy on them leeks. I do flood them with water on an evening, especially when it's cooler and it's cooler on the night time and stuff. And hopefully that's sucking all the water up and stuff like that, and it helps them to swell out. Just got to be really, really careful though when you do that, because if the water lingers around too much in the soil gets warm, of course, of the being inside the pot and stuff like that, and all the roots at the top, they just rot off because obviously it's warm and stuff, you know. So got to be really, really careful. Like I say, it's more or less my first year doing these properly for the shows, so it's just a learning curve. At the end of the day, everything seems to look okay. I'm more worried about them bolting or stretching and stuff, but they seem to be looking okay. I don't really want to jinx it, but we'll keep an eye on them. But there we go, guys. I just want to say, I noticed that we've gone and lost Steve from Green Side Up. Absolutely gutted about that. He was a lovely bloke. He's just in Cumbria, I'm in Newcastle. And when I first started gardening about 5 years ago, when I first got into it, I would always look for people who are local to me. So like Tony Smith, he was quite local to me. Dave from Dave's Allotment. Also we had, what's the other lad called who had the leeks? I used to watch him all the time. What was his name? Dean lost the plot. Dean, all them sort of stuff, because they were quite close to me, and they used to help me and give us ideas, because I would go on their videos and see where they were at and stuff like that. So, you know, it's going to be a great miss, especially to the garden community, what we got here on YouTube, which is absolutely fantastic. You know, we can ask anyone any questions, and they're all friendly and they give you loads of advice. It's absolutely brilliant community that we have here. But yeah, I just want to just say I'm really sad for his loss, and I hope his family and that are coping with it as best as they can. So yeah, guys, so there we go. I just want to say thank you very much for all your likes and your comments and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. I do try and get back to the comments as quick as I can, and reply to them as best as I can. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Ivan, mate, it's nice to see you back live and kicking, kid. You know, because I know that you had a few health issues going on, and it's nice to see you bouncing back. So yeah, so there we go, guys. Watch what you're doing, and take care.